This is June 13th, 2020, and I'm up in this area for the first time since the fire of a year and a half ago. At first I thought this might be a Sasquatch structure, but apparently it's just a pile of debris piled up by the Forest Service. And here's another one right here. It's a beautiful evening, and maybe we'll find something. The rest of the canyon is so burned that I've really seen no activity whatsoever this spring so far. It's been a year and a half, and the Forest Service still hasn't gotten up here to clear this debris away. There's just been so much to do. And here's what the rest of the river looks like. This has been a really squatchy area for me. Like I said, it's been a year and a half since I've been able to get here. My dog is acting kind of strange. He keeps sniffing something I'm thinking is probably bears. I heard one little crack off in the brush. Pretty big crack, but it could have been anything. There's no cattle up here right now though, which is nice. But the crack could have been anything. Up this area I found Sasquatch structures, new structures moved around before in previous years. These branches laid across the trail here or pulled across, I mean that could very well be natural, though there's a couple of them that are doing it, so not certain, but it certainly isn't any significant barrier. So off we go. This is the stream that caused all the flooding. It wasn't the fire that shut down this canyon. It was the flooding that resulted after the fire had burned all the topsoil in areas away, and why they've had to keep it closed for so long. Beautiful little creek. There's something kind of interesting I don't think I've seen before. I'll walk over to it. It's just deadfall or an old structure was pulled together. Not sure from here. I'm pretty certain this is a crude but made structure. You can see that root way up in the air. Doesn't appear it was rooted anywhere near there. And these others crisscrossed. And it looks like they're interwoven, like is so commonly seen with Sasquatch structures. This wouldn't be too much other than just a little place out of the sun, other than if they were all covered with boughs. And there's quite a jumble of trees above this. You can see the one appears to be pine. That's the butt end way up in the air, right there. And this is the butt end across this structure. And it didn't root anywhere near here. This was put here. And here is a branch that's been pushed in between two trees to hold it up. It did not fall there and was not rooted on either end. Somebody or something put it there. There's some teepee sort of things off this way. They could be deadfall, some of that. This is interesting right here. I see that butt end broke off there, so that actually was natural. I thought I was the only person here, but there's somebody down below. I just heard a big bough break. Now it's windy in here today, so could be the trees moving around. There are some swaying back and forth when we get a gust. I don't think my dog can make that big a break sound, but who knows. I heard a whoop a minute ago, but to the side and behind me. I think it's those people I heard talking a few moments ago. This area 2 years ago was just a maze of structures. Not real elaborate shelters like in the next canyon over, but all sorts of things pulled together. The fires burned up a lot of what was here, but you can still see the remnants of some of them. Like here's one. If I remember, this was a real elaborate structure, a whole bunch of cross branches on this sort of teepee thing here. And there is a spring right here at the top of this. I don't know if we'll get all the way up there or not. It's just kind of a muddy seep. So not an awful lot to look at. No, I want to do this from over my shoulder. I think I've been doing it here for a couple minutes and it wasn't on. My dog's name is Bear. That's him, not me. You hear panting in the background. And he stays real close to me now. A couple times ago when I took him out, I was near a campground. The camp host had a couple of half-breed wolves as their dogs, and they're much bigger than my dog, twice the size. And boy, they came right after him, and since then, when I'm out in the woods, he doesn't get very far away. So I guess that's good. Well, it looks like I'm going to head back. Okay, this is definitely a made structure that fell down in the cross pieces there, and I don't remember ever seeing this before. Though it looks like it's old enough if it fell in, but it could have been as a result of the fire built around that time frame. Again, this is just not the sort of thing that scouts would make. I don't really see anything. Oh, a couple of them are chopped on the one end. But I've seen enough of these. Yeah, that center pole would have gone up the middle, would have been braced on a upright log or upright pole, and then all the cross members would have been put on it. And here's a little X structure right there, except we go from it. And here it is as you approach it from the downhill side, but again the structure portion has fallen in. This is kind of interesting. It's a big old dead tree laying across a living pine, which is kind of knocked over a really big pine. The thing that's interesting about it is a great big white tree here on the bottom right was not rooted, and it's in between. Well, it looks like it's in between, not quite in between some trees over there. I don't know where it would have came from. I think it would have had to have been drug here. So it's interesting, and this is not very far from that shelter, within 100 feet. You can almost see the shelter right up through there.